Hi everyone, my name is Priyanka and today I will present my presentation on blockchain basics, regulation and supply chain use cases. So what is blockchain? Is a technology that is used to store digital assets. It is a type of shared database and the list of records that are called blocks. Different type of information can be stored in blockchain, but the most common is for transactions or ledger. The main important features of blockchain are that it is secured, shared, and distributed. So let's discuss the features in brief. What it means that a blockchain is secure. It means that blockchain uses advanced cryptographic techniques and mathematic models that are not affected by fraud acts and establishes a shared truth. Cryptocurrency systems uses blockchain technology to prevent the duplication of digital money. So how is blockchain shared? It is directly linked to number of organizations that participate in them, and everyone is aware of each new transaction that has happened. The transactional data is shared across large network and is completely public. If any network makes an update to the data, it is automatically updated to each network. So ledger, what is ledger? Like ledger is a database where only confirmed transactions are recorded and nobody can write them off. Nobody can write the transactions. Similarly, blockchain is a database where only confirmed transactions are recorded. The database cannot be changed or deleted. Distributed. Blockchain is distributed because replica of the records are available to everyone and no single authority has full control over the system. Multiple participants maintain, verify, and update the ledger. Illustration of a block. This is the block. This is the block that is created in a ledger that is immutable. It has three parts in it: data, hash, and hash of the previous block. The first part is data. This section contains the actual data associated with the block, that is transactions. Each transaction is about a transfer of assets or information, and it also has details about sender, receiver, amount, and digital signatures. The second part is the block hash. The block hash is a unique identifier that is generated by cryptography. It is like a digital fingerprint of the entire block. The block hash ensures the integrity and security of the block. If anyone changes, if any change is made to the block, it will create a different hash and everyone would be notified. Blockchain is immutable because of the hash function. The third part is hash of the previous block. By including the hash of the previous block, any change in the previous block's data will give a new hash value. This property creates a chain between blocks, making it difficult for an attacker to manipulate the contents of a block. It ensures the security of the blockchain by providing a mechanism to detect any unauthorized modifications. So blockchain has a hash value and hash of the previous block too. Like that, it creates a chain that is shown here. It has hash and the hash value of the previous block too. Whenever a new block is added to the chain, everyone gets notified because it is a distributed network. By taking the consent of everyone in the chain, a new block is added to the network. Let's go to the next slide. Various use cases of blockchain. While digital currencies such as Bitcoin are one prominent use case of blockchain, the technology can be utilized in various other domains like online voting, medical records, insurance policies, property and real estate records, copyrights and licenses, supply chain tracking. Because of its distributed and transparent nature, it enables secure and tamper-resistant record keeping, authentication, and data management across different sectors. In this presentation, I will talk more about supply chain use cases. Why blockchain in supply chain? Because due to a rising demand and consumption of products and shortage resources across different markets, there is a shift from linear to circular economy. So the latter being a more aiming to a more sustainable practice. In a linear economy, a product is produced, used, and disposed. In a circular economy, products are repurposed with a few goals in mind, like ensuring the product loses as little value as possible and recycling the product back into the supply chain. So the problem starts when tracking a product to its origin. Conventional system has an inherent risk of being tampered and modified with. Third-party certifications are very manual and take large efforts to coordinate between different upstream and downstream processes. For example, I work for an aluminum manufacturing company. I can relate blockchain with the life cycle of an aluminum can. Every time a can is recycled and goes through various events like collection, sorting, processing, or manufacturing, the details can be recorded on the blockchain. This creates a transparent record of the can's journey. Let's go to the next slide. Some use cases like steel manufacturing. A company wants to track how much steel is recycled from customer and coming back to the company. This is the whole life cycle. Let's go to the next slide. Another use case about tracking the diamond to the origin. We can trace the origin of the diamonds that customers buy from jewelry store to provide them transparency and make decisions. The reason to make the customer aware about the origin of the diamond is to show them the practices used to mine the diamond. For example, if a customer do not wish to purchase a diamond which involves child labor, they have the right to be informed and make choices accordingly. Let's go to the next slide. This is another use case of SABIC International, which is a chemical company. It's a technology used for various use cases. So let's talk about the regulations. Um, because it is used in different domains, the regulations are not clearly stated. While some governments are spearheading the adoption of blockchain, many national and regional regulators are adopting a wait and see approach, preferring to explore and understand blockchain's implications before moving forward with additional legal and regulatory requirements or guidance. The lack of regulatory certainty and evolving legal and regulatory position is challenging for market participants, and it is necessary that they continually assess their participation in blockchain networks. Legal issues. Blockchain technologies may expose the blockchain network operator or the participants in the network to legal and regulatory uncertainty because many governments and regulators are still working to understand blockchain and whether certain laws should be updated to properly address decentralization. A digital asset is classified as a digital commodity and is regulated by the CFTC if the blockchain network to which a digital asset relates is both functional and certified as decentralized. Any person, whether related to the network's development, may certify an asset's status as a digital commodity. Common compliance related issues. There are some of the criteria on which the rules and regulations are highly dependent. Common related issues in blockchain can arise due to the decentralized and immutable nature of the technology. Here are some key compliance challenges associated with blockchain, like jurisdiction, exit from blockchain, intellectual property, documentation, personal data, liability and risk, etc. If we talk about jurisdiction, since blockchain is a decentralized global technology, it has more complex jurisdictional issues that require careful consideration. The lack of clear and consistent regulations specific to blockchain technologies, this can create a challenge. Different jurisdictions may have different approach to regulating blockchain, leading to uncertainties and complexities for businesses operating in the place. It is essential to analyze the activity and roles of participants in each jurisdiction to determine if they fall under local laws. This presentation, we focused on the blockchain technology, its compliance and regulations, and use cases in the supply chain area. I would like to thank you all for being with me and seeing this presentation with me. Thank you so much, everyone.